poems are from a collection called Sampo, Heading Further North, and they're playing off Kalevala.
They come from 10 years of Bob and I coming back and forward to Finland. We read the Kalevala, first 10 books especially, and we found a lot of interesting connections between that and where we come from, because we come from a steel town where iron was discovered in the hills, and the Kalevala tells the origins of iron.
This is called Walking in Circles. The iron in the blood points north. The iron in the rocks stains them red. The blood in the hills draws iron. The iron from the hills draws blood. The north in the blood seeks iron. The north knows the origins of iron. Glad to escape the glare of closed-circuit cameras, we climb through woods towards the Iron Age fort, through oaks with rusted leaves, concrete megaliths lost in fern, sharp points of fresh, flowerless, scentless gorse, sentinel swords, each side of the ventilation shaft, beer cans and crisp wrappers, a broken spade and mud-stained rags.
The iron in the hills points north. The heather hides the village of Pit Top. The winch pin and the tin can lamp. The reapers on the hills are blood red. The iron cools and sets in the pigs. The north knows the origins of iron. A fella used to live in there, coming and going like an apple of the forest. Dissenting hair, crazy beard cotted with drays. They used to call him Nipper, harvester of mushrooms, berries and roots. Eggs from the nest, rabbits from a snare. The nuns used to feed him jam and bread. Others claimed he lived on a diet of prayer. From a bed of fern he'd watch the flicker of the burn-off flares over the encroaching town.
The iron in the hills points north. The hills in the north point to iron. The slow river flows like molten iron. The iron flowed as thick as blood. When the clouds rain black soot, the north knows the origins of iron. 20 paces in, the shaft is walled up. It holds inside the hollow hill the sour breath of the united dead. But some little twats have knocked a ragged hole in the brickwork to let in a shaft of milky autumn light, or release some consecrated souls to roam the dew-heavy Yorkshire mist, the sudden Jurassic bracken sprouting from black swathes of Twaka-set summer fires.
The iron in the blood points north. The iron in the hills drew blood. The blood in the iron sings north. The north in the iron points to blood. The pigs cool in dull steel shades.
The north knows the origins
of iron. In there lies Zulu, Kabul, Khartoum, all those worldly lands of ransacked Blue Billy, stratas of time and empire, precious remains and hollow men sitting eating bait in the sweating pitch of fossilised eyeless fish. Those empty men with hardened shells we stuff with the straw of history to fill a lack of experience we cannot buy gift wrap for Christmas. Nor can we walk through the vaulted chambers of their inverted empire.
The iron in the blood points north. The shards of shattered hearts point north. The beard of the Viking chief points north. The brows of Whitby whalers point north. The reckoning begins in the north.
And the north knows the origins of iron.
From the hill fort circle above the town to the worked out whale belly below, unpick the dream of a muddy fish in the Baltic with healing magic in her tongues. Head further north to suit to the rune from a steel edge line, where tongues froze to railings in winter, where you found a band of ragged poets and circled the perimeter of this fort's twin at Voipala. Heard rumours of a weeping wizard who sought the secret origins of iron. You made a pact with your blood brothers to walk the quivering compass needle, find the ferric song once beaten on the Sampo, to salve this fractured land.
Salve this land.
These ransacked hills.
Ransacked hills. The iron in the blood points north.
The north knows the origins of iron.
In the city you can do it with the traffic all around you.
With whores and beggars' voices inviting you to business.
After 3 days drinking in dark and sea green caverns.
After hours of wandering when all forms lose distinction.
And strange faces are familiar when your dreaming is unleashed.
From its daytime moorings and street noises are all merging
into a rhythmic babble. Into a rhythmic babble. Underpinned by drumming.
That resounds through space.
Constantly vibrating. Do the float, love. Let nothing touch you or bring you to the pain and sense of self.
Not the call of seagulls on the rainy south bank.
Or the sudden lights glint on St. Paul's Cathedral.
Or the great white palace, or in the smell of frying onions.
From the stalls of backstreet vendors, or the comic quacking.
Of the Thames Mallard and ruffled alarum.
Or the sharp words in the tavern that bring grief and disillusion.
Or the sudden burst of violence that shocks you back to knowing.
Looking at. Or the sudden notice neck nip on the escalator.
That is
heartbreakingly familiar.
Do the float, love, through back streets with historic names that now lead nowhere.
With wonky signs of shops that really sell you nothing.
With tiny children chanting obscenities and nonsense.
In the city with its shifting name of London, Helsinki,
Moscow, Kyoto,
Amsterdam and Turku.
Past old letters and young lovers.
Past invisible wheels of commerce.
Past mind into non-mind.
Where loss becomes subsumed
into dream time longing.
Where the seasons are all one and the dead begin their singing.
From the buried layers of city under city.
Bone and dust areas with harmony from the unborn.
And the beat breaks through familiar.
And you are once again floating,
painless,
thoughtless in the timeless sea of Mother.
Everything flows and nothing abides. Everything gives way and nothing stays fixed.
How to hold back the trickle, the drip, drip, drip of the glacier that begins the flood, the rise of tides that turn the float into a surfer's hell ride, with flotsam and jetsam transformed into 1,000 hurtling fragments.
Hold fast as a concrete breakwater against the river's springtime swell. Or the glass figurine of a flamenco dancer, like duende humming through its contour. Or a half-sunken boulder in moorland peat, impervious to the lash of winter gales. From the salted wound and the incarnadine ocean with its whirlpool that drags under the last shadow face of an unborn mother amongst splendid timbers from Endeavour,
Kon-Tiki,
the weeping poet's skiff,
and Ahab's peg,
from the whale-rendered Pequot.
Stem it with an ice-locked lake in the middle of a night that'll last 30 Arctic days. Or the sea-halted flow of red magma, quickly cooled to basalt grey. Or a carved mountain face in a hurricane, preserved in the dour leader's vinegar dignity. How to dam the surging black cataract of Tuoni, full of dismembered memories, a lock of Lemminkainen's hair,
a wooden crucifix,
mementos from the Urals
Tampere,
and Cantabria, a hyperactive rain stick,
Jack Kerouac's pulled daisy,
and Dry Tom's geranium,
a sharp wooden pyramid from the state-sponsored
chambers of Thomas Torquemada.
Its cruel revolution, with an insomniac's eternal 3:30 in the morning, or the fixed, distant weight of a morbid week's anticipated news, or with the judder of elasticated space in the instant of a car crash.
Sexy Suvi off his head,
while your eyes fixate on the charred, black armed stumps of a boy named Collateral.
Block it. With a cool and warm subject's repose in a pinhole camera lens. Or the last romantic pose of the left-handed gun, head cocked to the right on a wanted poster. Or a sturdy flagpole rooted in the lake bed to warn the unwary howky hunter. Stifle the poisoned screams of molten steel and the half-sunk trunk of a sun falling in.
magnetic pull of two equidistant poles. Stretch out your arms like a scarecrow on the ley lines running east to west. Let the shaman pierce your chest and hoist you dangling in the holy Sundance.
This morning, brimful with strength and shine, I am the ubiquitous reinforcer of the heavy rule of the law, of security glass, foundations hidden under your feet, harnessed stone of sky dust, and cooled earth's core, supporter of rooftops, and the foliage of street signs over your bowed, obedient heads, while you remain hoodman blind.
You promised me I would become the shining one, and true enough, I have been the perfect gentleman. As the sun glinted me, I pricked out a dying wail from the guts of men in the mud of Passchendaele.
Flesh piercer of your sour dreams, reflecting sunlight around the roads you ride, turning the tire wrap to grind on the clockwork cogs of machines, silent conductor of electricity, conveyor of heat and cold, the cargo on tracks that hum and groan. But I recall the weight and dark of the putrescent seam where, under the roots of hills, where I lodged as rough blue stone.
As hammered a rough dagger, I cut fresh flesh for sacrifice, carved brave hearts from enemies on your hill-fort sights. An arrowhead danced in perfect flight as dawn broke at Voipala and Wogan's boys were caught up in my sights.
Remember how I bubbled like simmering soup in the smelter, aglow like a sun in a saucepan, and flowed in runnels to set, purified, you thought. Now my bite slides into waiting locks to turn to oil tumblers, smooth bedhead cotters, secure a cell door to a lie. All around I abide, a bridal slave in shackles to scrape chins, smooth legs, stab peas, slice, scoop, drill, lever, lay still, and spin.
I evolved into razor wire to protect you from your brothers. I am the quick, flicking tongue that steals the heart of mothers. As winding, curling barbs, I kept Auschwitz inmates in. I am the starving, shining one, fueled by your sin.
For you, and you. For you, I support cloud, turn soil in furrows. I am the shining one. Yet this thirst for life is a driving curse. Not me a whim. I never wanted this. It's plain. With my recalcitrant inertia, you hammered out my shape, but you can't control my dance. On a sheet of recycled paper, I form the letters for forgiveness with a fine ink-tip nib. Venom burns, baby. I simply drink for release.
The stars one
Is it a form so hard, so cold, it can break the ice around the heart? A form to save you, a vital second from the ever float.
Mix into the smelt a small vial of tears from lovers lost to the floor. The stain of your bardic rival's spittle as he turns sour in his quest to snatch your throne as king of the empty orchestra.
All the kingdoms of the earth condensed to powder.
Just add water.
All the crumbled wrapping paper from Christmas morning. A rabbit's paw on a string. White goods and the cuddly toy. The cuddly toy.
Let it emerge from the forger's furnace as a greasy wrapper of black macarat mixed from pearl barley and the blood of a wounded wizard masquerading as lingonberry sauce, to be devoured at dawn for comfort in a salmiakki haze.
After the walk of shame through Tampere marketplace,
With Dr. Gorilla.
and the hangover fairy counting the spare change they've lifted from your leaking pocket.
But what if it infects me with that mid-morning longing for the shady bar and the perfect glass of cool, cloudy Lonkara, which could stretch into a lifetime lost in the everfloat?
Smell it down again, and add the skull of a Karelian bear that remembers Beagrie songs of apology before the Kahun Liha was sliced into gutfuls of season.
Chuck in the shanties of steelworkers brought from starving era to our hometown, that echo in the ghost halls of blast furnaces, levelled and swept under the carpet at the end of history.
Draw it from the flames with scalded tongues as a golden disc on a gramophone that plays the dust in its grooves with the static of the dead transfigured into song. Let it sing of the spirits that once lived in every tree and rock.
Let it sing.
Like Wainamoinen of the Origins. Let it sing like William Blake that
Everything that lives is holy.
But what if it sings bitterly of bloody recompense for the lives laid waste to lay foundations of palaces, of princelings and those implacable iron masters?
Smelt it down again. Add half a magic stone to keep your baby safe when you set out for Shangri-La,
The city of Shambhala.
and the misty Isle of Avalon.
Offer up a talisman of a wedding band that's tapped upon wood, stone and metal to divine a way back out of this northward quest when the sea starts to set.
Let a golden woman step out from the flames to sing a lay full of the end of all longing, woven from the single thread of spider's silk that twitches the leaves to show wanderers a way.
Between the trees to the still lily-kissed lake for the morning swim through ripples of calm.
But what if she sings you a siren song, a song to set you weeping through your beard for home, so a sharp rock resembles your yearning pillow?
Come on, Smithy!
Toss in a Gideon's Bible, pilfer from a motel with a Playboy bunny, piff in the book of Revelation.
Thrilling a dinosaur bone, pissed on by weary poets in the steppes of Siberia between unfixed rail tracks.
The black walking stick topped with a dragon's head.
The crow-footed picture of the Crow King of Rapala.
The
fire eaters of the hour,
The rough guides and maps from your backpack.
the half-buried dream of killing your
The
father,
doggy and copy of Jacks on the road.
the opening chords of some killer rock and roll,
The singular pearl from mother's sea green case.
the sacrifice of your SIM card from your mobile phone,
The tongue moth torn from the mouth of a man of blood.
the dawn of the day that tore the future from its roots. Then pull out the plumb of a carnival compass that spins the heavy iron in the blood, points us away from the north's fixed pole,
Reversing the polarity
to bring this enterprise
home.
where we will sing the salve into hollow hills, realizing as always the Sampo has shattered into formless fragments floating in our wake,
A strung out trail of flotsam and jetsam,
leaving us with nought but a needle ponder.
still pricking us to all points north.
The iron in the blood points north.
The north knows the origins of iron. Thanks for listening.
He does.
I've been Andy Willoughby, it's been Bob Beagrie. Ted, and Masi,